Today we're going to be talking about how Loki Season 2 is affecting Deadpool Wolverine. Blade is rumored to be an R-rated film. And the mutant era has replaced the multiverse era in the MCU. Kevin Feige seemingly confirms that Blade will be R-rated. Instead of just reading into it, let's actually hear it verbatim.
Now that Deadpool is going R-rated with Disney, does it change how you can make Blade as opposed to when y'all first started developing it?
I think that's right. I mean, for the last few years, as we've been trying to crack that movie, the most important thing for us is not rushing it and making sure we are making the right Blade movie, because there were some great Blade movies years ago. They were all rated R.
Yeah.
So I think that's inherent, like Deadpool, inherent with the character of Blade.
That sounds like we are getting an R-rated Blade movie, but co-host, do you remember Blade movies? Yeah, I don't remember Blade movies either, so if they would have did a PG-13, we would have been okay with it. Shout out to that boy Wesley Snipes. He did his thing, but this new iteration of Blade, I think is going to be something that we haven't seen due to the fact that all the other characters that they can be introduced and enrolled in the world of Blade. It might still feel like the underworld vampire stuff, but like we haven't seen a vampire in the MCU this whole time, unless it's an else world type of story. I think they're going to start dragging characters in. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some of those, ancient monks from Doctor Strange show up in that world. Only time would tell. It has been confirmed in a recent trailer, that the final trailer of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, that X-23 Daphne Keening will be reprised in said film. Nothing too much of it. Again, they're just releasing little tidbits each day until the film is released. That's coming up less than a week's time at this point in the US. What is interesting is the fact that we get the spaghetti effect from Loki in Deadpool as well. This scene was also in the final trailer where the main antagonist, Cassandra Nova, it seemed like she's opening some like worm dimension. To my understanding, at the end of Loki season 2, everything kind of tied itself into the tree of life or some crap like that. It was kind of weird. Like this scene right here. But apparently she is like in the roots of the tree or some crap like that. But that's interesting. I think it's safe to say that you should brush up on like the last episode of Loki, because I think they're gonna tie that in, try to figure out what the heck they're gonna do. Now, this story also is attached to another story. They have finally found a replacement for Jonathan Majors' Kang, and that actor will be displayed next Saturday, which is San Diego Comic-Con. But at the same time, Deadpool and Wolverine is being played in theaters, so I wouldn't be surprised if the new version or the new variant of Kang is introduced in that film just to be a tidbit. Because if they're doing the spaghettification tricks from Loki, why not throw Kang in there as well? And maybe this Kang is a variant that's a mutant. I don't know how they're going to tie it in, but it's exciting that this movie Deadpool 3 is becoming like a very intricate linchpin in the whole MCU. At first, it was just a Marvel bought Fox and trying to make money out of it, but now it seems like they can't do nothing without these new entities in their Rolodex. Let's see who the internet is champion to be the recast of Kang. Coleman Domingo, I seen his name. This man right here. You know what I'm saying? He look like a Kang variant, an older Kang variant, which is like, I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? He a little generations ahead of the other Kangs. Who else they got? They say Donald Glover, no thank you. Brian Tyreek Henry, no thank you. Lakeith Stanfield, let's see what. I'm not feeling Kang. Comment down below. Am I tripping? But I don't think that's not Kang. Co-host, how we feel about this being Kang? You down with it? All right. What about him being Kang? No, he might be a experience. She said this Kang is too old. This variant too old. But don't that look like? Come on now. Hey, so you want Lakeith? All right. Anywho, keeping it Marvel-centric, Kevin Feige says that the mutant era begins after Deadpool and Wolverine. Quote, now that we have characters from the X-Men world, the mutants we haven't had access to before, so this is the beginning of that. In every movie post Deadpool and Wolverine will be a mutant era coming into the MCU. So that's the biggest thing thus far. At first, it was like this multiverse crap they was doing, where it's different variants. But I think they kind of shooing away from there and introducing the concept of mutants and how they may have always been here, as well as being introduced in these worlds. Now, the crazy thing is, we know these characters based off of like past projects from Fox Company. The most intriguing thing, I think I speak for the general audience, is how they're going to introduce them. If the introduction of these mutants is too whimsical or shenanigan like, then I think it's another misstep from the MCU brand. But I doubt that's going to be the case. Everything that I see from Deadpool and Wolverine seems like it's a little bit of the old MCU and not this rush projects. But comment down below how you feel about that. Other than that, I am Low. This is FILMMUNITY. I see you in another video.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!